It is well known that tagging and annotating is one of the most time-consuming tasks a draftsman must go through. Many would say it takes almost 50% of a draftsman's time, so it was essential that PractiCAD found a way to automate this. There are two main ways to tag in the system. Through AutoTags, which place tags as you route and draw, and Automatics, which like you were seeing here, can tag any section of a drawing with the touch of a single mouse click. There are several reasons that PractiCAD's tagging mechanism is so efficient, but we will focus on two key points. First, that all tags are extremely intelligent, following an if-then logic dictated by the user, which makes sure each tag shows the proper information how and when the user wants it displayed. To represent this, we're going to draw a PractiCAD slab at 5 foot and mark it in the elevation box. Then we're going to place an elevation tag on one piece of duct, tagging it from the finished floor, and the other piece of duct from the relative slab height. Looking at these two tags here, you can see the elevations are different. Now we're going to edit a piece of duct from the AutoCAD property box. Notice that upon the change, every single tag updates its proper information instantly. Next, we're going to focus on the transition that PractiCAD autofilled to compensate for the change. Notice the depth in and out are equal, and notice there is no top-up-down tag. This is because the user did not want one, there was no change in depth. However, edit the fitting and changes, and you can see it immediately puts the proper top-down tag in place. It is also changing the relative elevations for each tag from its particular reference point, all the way downstream. Notice when we change the top change to 0, it says flat top. When we change the bottom change to 0, it says flat bottom. Shortly after this, we're going to set this line left, and PCAD is representing the greater of the two offsets. Once again, a user-defined choice. The bottom line is, whatever change you make, the tags will automatically edit the way you want. This means no misrepresented text and no need to erase and retag anything again. The second most important part about PractiCAD's advanced auto tagging is positioning. Watch carefully as we auto tag a piece of duct running left to right on the drawing and show the name of the tag in the AutoCAD property box. Then we tag a duct running up at an angle to the drawing. Looking at the property box again, you can see we get two different tags here because of two different orientations. PractiCAD can use virtually any variable, including orientation, to make sure a tag goes exactly where it should, anywhere on the X, Y, or Z axes. Looking at another important variable, we will demonstrate changes in size. Look here at the duct line. Notice each fitting is getting smaller than the next. When the PractiCAD tagging automatic is triggered, it searches the fittings for their sizes and chooses the exact tag we want in the exact place we need. You can see how the W by D tags and the length tags are changing and moving inside and outside of the duct to accommodate for these differences. Even when we decide to run a piece numbering automatic, the software places them neat and cleanly on the drawing exactly where the user wants them. And remember, since we have logic-driven tags, we can do logic-driven numbering as well. For example, notice here as we piece number this supply run up top, the tags show 9S or 10S for supply. But when we number the bottom return line, the numbers show 9R or 10R for return. These will even change as we edit the drawing later. You may also notice the option for identical fittings, identical fitting numbers. Lastly, we have a situation where a user wanted to auto piece number but wanted the border of the numbers to change based on material. Galvanized got a circle border. When we added the material later to aluminum, it got a square border. Then hexagon for black iron, and lastly they had a circle inside a circle for lying duct. All of this can be automated through our advanced numbering automatics, always making sure you get the right number in the right place. Now that we explained some of the vast options we have for tagging and how they work, let's watch how easy it is to tag and retag, number and renumber, all while editing along the way. First, we're going to highlight the whole system and tag it in just one click. Then we're going to number the duct line from number 1 all the way downstream. We will then highlight an area and use an automatic to just delete the numbers off this one section. Now we're going to choose to renumber this section of duct line starting from number 100. This is just a small sample of how fast we can globally update any section of any drawing anytime. And of course, things can be edited individually and from a lot of different areas in the software. See here as we simply click on a fitting and change a piece number right inside the AutoCAD property box. Now we're going to make a drastic edit of the parameters of this duct line. Notice now that the tags and the piece numbers don't sit where they should. The drawing is no longer neat and clean. We'll just use one automatic to select duct line forward and use another one to retag, and everything is back exactly where it should be. And yes, this video is showing these changes in real time. Finally, we're going to edit things back the way they were. Once again, all happening in a simple mouse click. Watching these tagging automatics at work, it's easy to realize that there is nothing on the market currently that can edit with such speed and such precision as PractiCAD. This feature alone can save hundreds of drafting hours in the course of a year. From tagging your entities with dimensions and elevations, to automatic piece numbering, and wall openings. Think about what PractiCAD's auto tagging can do for you.